We spend so much of our lives looking at the big picture that we completely miss the incredible stories hiding in all the small details around us. So today, we're going to look a little closer at some of the most ordinary objects and uncover their truly extraordinary secrets.
So let me ask you this. As you go about your day, how much do you actually see? It turns out our world is just layered with history, with oddities, and with strange facts that most of us just walk right past without a single second thought.
So let's pull back that curtain, shall we? We're going to go on a quick journey to reveal some of these hidden details, starting with things that might be in your pocket right now, and ending with, the entertainment you watch every day. You're about to find that secrets are, well, they're everywhere.
All right, our first stop is, I'll admit, a little morbid, a little obscure, and definitely strange. We're going to be looking at some very peculiar endings and some of the odd words that describe our world.
Okay, imagine creating something so iconic, so unique, that you want to be connected with it for all of eternity. Well, that's pretty much the story of the guy who invented the legendary Pringles potato chip can.
Yeah, you heard that right. Frederick Bohr, the chemist who designed that perfect, saddle-shaped chip container, was so proud of his work that he asked for his ashes to be buried in one, and his family actually honored his wish, creating probably one of the most unique final resting places in all of history.
Okay, from one strange end to another. This number right here, 100, it represents a shockingly common and unfortunately fatal accident, and it's caused by an object that you probably have on your desk right now.
Believe it or not, about 100 people a year die from choking on pen caps. It's a wild statistic for such a mundane object. But here's the real hidden detail. Have you ever actually noticed that tiny little hole at the very top of a Bic pen cap? Well, that's a life-saving design. It's there specifically to provide an airway if the cap gets swallowed. It's literally a solution hiding in plain sight.
All right, let's shift gears to something a little lighter. We've all had this happen. You reach into your pocket and you pull out that little ball of lint and dust. It's a universal human experience, right? But does it actually have a name?
Oh, it absolutely does. It's called gnurr, that's spelled G-N-U-R-R. It's one of those wonderfully weird and obscure words for something we all know but never have a name for. Well, now you do. Gnurr.
Now, these hidden details aren't just hiding in our pockets, they are all over our pastimes too. From a simple deck of cards to the way we watch movies, our entertainment has its own share of odd secrets.
Take a look at this. You have probably seen a deck of cards thousands of times in your life, but have you ever stopped to notice that something is a little off about one of the kings? 3 of them, spades, clubs, and diamonds, they all have mustaches, but the king of hearts, he's completely clean-shaven. It's a tiny detail, totally overlooked, that's been staring right back at us for centuries. And here's a little logic puzzle that has bugged me for years. We call them movie trailers, but they always come at the beginning. I mean, to trail something means to come after it. So, what's the deal?
Well, this timeline explains the whole thing. See, back in the early days of cinema, these little previews were actually shown after the main film was over, so they literally trailed it. But of course, theater owners figured out pretty fast that audiences were just leaving as soon as the movie ended, so they moved the clips to the beginning to make sure people would see them, but that original name, trailer, it just stuck.
So, from burial cans to mustachioed kings, we've seen that our world is just jam-packed with these hidden details. But what's the big takeaway from all these little facts?
And that really brings us to the whole point of this. Knowing these facts is fun, it's great trivia, but the true point is the act of noticing itself. It's about training your brain to stay curious, to ask questions, and to see the rich tapestry of stories that are woven into the fabric of your everyday life. So that brings us to our final thought, a question for you to take with you. Now that you know just how many secrets are hiding out there in plain sight, what strange details, forgotten histories, and curious little oddities will you start noticing in your world tomorrow?